Okay, so we're listening to. So we finished. Do you remember where we finished last class?
Uh, I think you put the image in the chat. Listening, re-listening to.
That was from A2, right?
Um, I don't remember.
Okay, let me see here. Yes. So let's listening to today. We have the grammar, and then we have the quizzes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do listening to. Can you please read?
Okay. While Dahlia is talking to Tony at the Newsline office, Amy goes to the health club where Nick met Jackie. She talks with Patty, who works at the juice bar. I got a picture. Amy's asking Patty for some information. Predict, what information do you think she will find out? Jackie works at a juice bar. Jackie's still a member of the health club. And Jackie's brother is a member of the health club. Jackie works at a nearby restaurant. Jackie's taking classes at the local university.
What do you think?
Maybe that Jackie is taking classes at the local university.
Okay, let's watch.
Oh, hi there. What can I get for you? How about a large iced tea? Coming right up. And a little information? What kind of information? I'm trying to get hold of someone named Jackie Bishop. I was told she works out at this club. She used to, but not anymore. She stopped coming here a while ago, maybe a few months ago. Oh, too bad. Her brother, Dean, the soccer player, works out here all the time, though. I remember seeing him yesterday around lunchtime. Maybe you could speak to him. Actually, I'd rather avoid seeing him. It's a little complicated between him and me, if you know what I mean. Oh, say no more. Well, here's an idea. I think Jackie's taking acting classes over at the university. Maybe you could catch up with her there. She's taking acting classes at the university. I know a little bit about everyone. I keep my ear close to the ground. Ah, yes. Catch her at the university. That's a great idea. Thanks for the tip. Oh, likewise. Thanks. Hey.
Okay, so I think it was number 5 and number 3, right?
Mhm.
Okay, let's move on to the passive. Okay, let's listen.
Hi. You know, the personal computer was invented only about 25 years ago. Amazing. Now it's used for almost everything, especially now that we have the internet. Was invented, is used, and are taught are examples of the passive. Let's take a look at this verb form.
Let's read the 1 and 2, please.
We form the passive with a form of be plus the past participle of the verb. Nick was tricked. The juice bar is managed by Patty. The iced tea is made fresh every day. Number 2, an active sentence focuses on the agent, the doer. of an action. A passive sentence focuses on the receiver of an action. Look at this active sentence. Someone tricked Nick. In the example, someone is the agent and Nick is the receiver of the action, the object. If we want to focus on Nick, we use a passive sentence. Someone tricked Nick. I think it's Nick was tricked. Well, notice that the object of the active sentence, Nick, becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Notice too that the subject, Nick, must agree with the verb was.
Okay, so here it was Nick was tricked.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's read number 3 and 4.
Teacher, can you zoom in a little? Because I can see. Yes, thank you. Number 3, we often use the passive when we don't know who the agent is. Talia says the audio file was edited. In the example, Talia doesn't know who edited the audio file. Okay, number 4, we can also use the passive when it's clear who the agent is, so we don't need to say it. The news is reported on the several channels. In the example, we know that reporters report the news, so we don't need to mention the agent. We do not say the news is reported on several channels by reporter.
Okay, let's read 5 and 6.
Number 5, we can also use the passive when we don't want to say who the agent is. Tony says, too many mistakes were made in that report. In the example, Tony doesn't want to say who made the mistakes. Number 6, sometimes the name of the agent is important information that we need in the sentence. If you want to say the name of the agent, we use by. Nick was tricked by. The story was reported by.
Okay, so here, yes, there's missing somebody, right? By somebody and by
Mhm.
another somebody. Okay, so let's begin with this. We usually form the passive with the plus past participle. Okay, so write some more sentences here. I was called yesterday. Uh, so we form the passive with a form of be plus the past participle of the verb. I was called yesterday. The match was played last week. Any computers were bought 2 days ago. Okay, so that's the way to form the passive. Any question number 1? How we form it?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so in the active sentence, we focus on the agent, the doer, and here we focus on the receiver. Okay, so here let's say that I say
Teacher, how do you pronounce this? Is
Uh,
doer? Door?
Doer, yes, doer.
Doer.
The doer, yes.
Is like the person who does something?
Yes, the doer, yes, that's exactly. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so here in a sense, because Angela Davis wrote this book, this would be like the active sentence.
Mhm. This
The
book
passive
is
sentence.
reading.
Can you help me here? What would be the passive sentence?
This book is written by Angela Davis.
It would be was written.
Oh yes, was written. Yeah.
Why?
Was written
Because
it's in the
wrote is
past.
simple past, yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Angela Davis. Okay, so here we focus on the book, and the first one focus on Angela Davis. Okay, so I don't know if there's any question with number 2.
The pronunciation of this is written with
Which
the
one?
this written
I
in your
can't see that.
sentence
Reading. I couldn't see. Reading, yes, reading.
with the sound written.
Reading. Reading, yes. Not
Written.
reading. Reading. With the D sound, yes, reading.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
No more questions.
So, what? No questions?
No more
Okay, so
questions. No.
let's move on. So number 3, we use when we don't know who the agent is. The audio file was edited. We don't know who edited the audio file. Uh, let's say my bike was stolen. I was robbed. Okay, so here, like in this crime, for instance, we use the passive because we don't know who's the criminal, right? My bike was stolen. We normally wouldn't know who's the person who stole the bike, right? So, or the audio file was edited. I was robbed. So we use the passive when we don't know who the agent is. Okay, we could say by that person, or but typically if you are like robbed or your bike or something from you is stolen, you typically don't know who the person who stole it is, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know if there's any question with number 3.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we can also use the passive when it's clear who the agent is, so we don't need to say it. Like the news is reported on several channels. Instead of saying the news is reported on several channels by reporters, that's very obvious, right? So uh, okay, so John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. Okay, so here you have an example of a sentence that the agent is very clear for many people. You know who was the assassin?
Not really.
Okay, so his name is Lee Harvey Oswald. So people familiar with this matter know who the assassin is. The name is Lee Harvey Oswald. So when you talk about JFK's assassination, you don't say that he was assassinated all the time by him because it's obvious for all the people, right? So I don't know. we could say, so, we could say also, mm, or let me think about another example. Mm, the World Trade Center was attacked on 9/11. Okay, so there's another example. Now it's obvious that the person who, or the people who attacked this you know who the person who attacked the
Mm,
towers was?
uh, well, it was a group of people.
Yes. But
Uh,
it's pretty obvious, right? They were
yeah,
hijackers
yeah.
that were commanded by a guy called I think it was
Mm,
Osama bin Laden, right? But he was not on the
yes,
plane.
yes. Mhm.
Okay, so you don't say that because now it's pretty obvious. Everybody knows that it was a group of hijackers from different countries.
Mhm.
But they responded to one person. Okay, any question number 4?
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's continue. Number 5, we can also use the passive when we don't say who the agent is. When we don't want to say, like, I don't know, Like a mistake in the fence in the was made in the soccer game. So here we don't want to blame the person, right? So it depends on the game, but somebody made a mistake. It'd be pretty obvious who the person is, but we don't want to blame the person directly. Okay? So you can also use this when you don't want to mention who the agent is because it's pretty obvious. Okay, any question with number 5?
Mm, no, it's okay.
Let's continue. Number 6. We could use the name by, I don't know. It was donated. Uh, this last was donated by, I don't know, Bill Gates. Or iPhone was created by Steve Jobs. Okay, so when you want to say who created like the iPhone, in this case, Steve Jobs. Here we're talking about something like if Bill Gates, he's a philanthropist, right? So he probably donated many things. So let's say this lab was donated by Big Bill Gates. Okay, so when the information is important, when you want to like mention who the person is, you use by. Okay, like Nick was tricked by Felipe, let's say. The story was reported by Bill or Bob. Okay, so you use by. Any question, number 6?
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's continue with a lot of few many.
Hi. Today we're going to spend a little time talking about the quantifiers a lot of, a few, a little, many, and much. There are a few things you need to know about them. For example, some of them are used with count nouns, and some are used with non-count nouns. Let's begin.
Okay, let's read.
Okay. Count nouns are nouns that we can count. Here are some examples. One friend, one member, one idea. We can use a lot of, many, and a few with plural count nouns. Talia says, Nick has a lot of friends on the team. Do you know uh, do you know many members of the team, Patty? I have a few ideas. Non-count nouns are nouns that we cannot count. Here are some examples. Help, information, money, tea, time. We can use a lot of, much, and a little with non-count nouns. Anthony says it's worth a lot of money. Money. We don't have much time. I need a little help from Amy.
Okay, so here is like a lot of money. Money, right? Not money.
Yeah.
Money, right?
Money.
So you need to be more profound in that. Lot.
Money.
It's worth a lot or a lot of money. Money. Okay, so let's continue with read more.
Notice that we can use a lot of with both count and non-count nouns. Nick has a lot of friends. He has a lot of money. Money.
That's
Okay.
money.
We can use a lot of in questions and in affirmative or negative statements. Does Dean have a lot of friends? I don't have a lot of money. It's okay. A lot. That
Yes, the lot was okay, but you need to be more profound in money.
money.
It's not money, it's money.
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 Okay. I don't have a lot of money. Okay, we usually use many and much in questions and negative statements rather than in affirmative statements. I haven't bought my ticket for the game yet. How much time do I have? They didn't have many tickets left yesterday. You'd better buy one now.
Okay, so here we have count nouns that we can count. One friend, one member, one idea. Okay, so here we could also say one book, one dog, one chair. One banana. Okay, so we can use a lot of, many, and a few with plural count nouns. Okay, so we could say like a lot of books, a lot of dogs, a lot of chairs, a lot of bananas. Okay, we could say many books, many dogs, many chairs, many bananas. And we could also say a few books, a few dogs, a few chairs, and a few bananas. Okay, so when count nouns mean it means that you have nouns that you can count, whereas noun count nouns are nouns that we can count. Here are some examples. Information. You can't say one information, two information, many information. You can't say that. Money. Same. One money. It's impossible. Tea. Time. Health. There are many verbs. There are many noun count nouns. And we use them with a lot of, that it's used by both, much, a little, and there are some others, but in this lesson we're only gonna see these ones. Okay, so we could say like a lot of information, much information, a little information. If you remember the listening that we just did, she said, I want an IC and a little information. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So you can use that 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 phrase because it's correct. You could also say, I don't know, a lot of help, much help, a little help. A lot of money, much money, a little money. A lot of tea, much tea, a little tea. A lot of time, much time, a little time. Okay, so basically a lot of works with both. Many works with count nouns and much works with noun count nouns, and a few, that means some, right? Works with noun count nouns and with count nouns and a little with noun count nouns. Okay, I don't know if you have any questions with 1 and 2.
It is okay to say mm, uh, for example, I don't know, I need a little water or something like that.
Yes,
mean-
I need a little water, yes.
Because water is a non-count noun, right?
Yes, yes, it's correct. I need a little water, yes.
But a bottle of water it is count. It's a count now.
Oh, yes. But then you're transforming that.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes, you could transform these noun-count nouns into count nouns. I'm not sure we're gonna see that, but yes, it's possible. So, here, like, like, uh, a little, you could say like a little advice. A lot of advice, much advice. But if you wanna transform this, be like, piece of advice.
Mhm.
Okay, so a lot of pieces of advice, many pieces of advice, a few pieces of advice. So you could transform
Mhm.
these phrases. Yes, it's correct, the water part, but we're
Mhm.
not gonna see that in this lesson, I guess. But yes. Any other question?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so let's continue here. So we can use a lot of, as we said, with both count nouns and non-count nouns. And he has a lot of friends, he has a lot of money. And we can also use a lot of in questions and in affirmative or negative statements. Destiny have a lot of friends, I don't have a lot of money. So we could also say, I don't know. Thus, the Chinese people, let's say. Okay, so do Chinese people have a lot of money? Does Russia have a lot of weapons? So here we have an example of a lot of the questions. Okay, and you could also be using negative statements like I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of time. Okay, so any questions with number 3?
No, teacher. It's okay.
Okay, so and finally we use many and much in questions and negative statements. Okay, so I haven't bought my ticket for the game. How much time do I have? They didn't have many tickets left yesterday. You'd better buy one now. Okay, so how much money do you have? How many friends do you have? I don't have much money. Okay, so here you can use much and many in questions and negative statements. and it's used like more often in these two than in affirmative statements, but also you can use them in affirmative statements. Okay, so how much money do you have? How many friends do you have? I don't have much money. I don't have many friends. Okay, so I don't know if there's any question with that.
Mm, so basically, in an affirmative sentence, I need to use a lot of, right?
Yes,
Uh,
but you can also use many. Yes, but
um,
it doesn't say that you can use many. Uh, I guess that yes, you would need to use. I've heard both. I've heard both. Many and a lot of.
for example, it is okay to say, I have much money, for example.
Uh,
Mm,
it'd be more
or-
common to say I have a lot of money.
yeah, it sounds weird. Yeah, that is
Yes,
better.
yes. So yes. So it'd be more common in that case, yes, to say I have a lot of money. But I've heard people say like I have many friends instead of a lot of friends. I've heard
Mhm,
that. Like,
mhm.
but in money, I think they have a lot of money. Yes, but okay, so yes, it'd be more used in questions, negative statements than in affirmative statements. But again, you could say that. You wouldn't be wrong. But yes, it'd be more common to say a lot of.
Okay,
Okay, any more questions?
no, it's okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, let's see the verb in general.
Hi. I really like teaching English, but I like to study languages too. In fact, I hope I never stop learning languages. Today, I want to talk about verbs that are followed by the gerund, or the infinitive. Let's begin.
Let's read.
You've already learned about gerunds and infinitives. After some verbs, you have to use the gerund, verb plus ing. Dean resents being in Nick's shadow. After other verbs, you have to use the infinitive, to plus the verb. He wants to be the only star on the team.
Okay, let's read number 3.
But some verbs can be followed by either the gerund or the infinitive. Amy loves helping Talia with the story. Or Amy loves to help Talia with the story. These two sentences have the same meaning. Mhm. A few verbs can be followed by the gerund or the infinitive, but the meanings are not the same. Some of these verbs are forget, remember, and stop. I forgot to tell you. In this example, Talia didn't tell Tony something. She planned to tell him, but she didn't do it. I forgot telling you. In this example, Talia told Tony something, but she didn't remember that she did it. Okay. Um, Amy remembered to see Patty at the health club. Patty told her something interesting. Interesting. First, Amy remembered to go see Patty. Then she did it. Patty remembered seeing Dean yesterday. First, Patty saw Dean. Then she remembered that she saw him. Okay. And Patty stopped to talk to Amy. Patty stopped working so that she could talk to Amy. Jackie stopped coming to the health club a while ago. This means that Jackie doesn't come to the health club anymore.
Okay, so here we can use, we've already learned about gerunds and infinitives. Some verbs have to use the gerund and others use the infinitive. Others use the gerund plus the infinitive or the infinitive, and there's also a group that could use this, but the meanings are not the same. Okay, so here we have the link that I sent you. if you remember, we already covered the part of gerunds. Here's the list. So you could use here, like, I don't know, I detest eating pizza, or I can help falling in love with you. That's a song from Elvis Presley, right?
Oh yes, I think that. Yeah.
So or consider quitting. Okay, so these are followed by a gerund. Then you have the ones that are followed by an infinitive. Here. I agreed to talk to you. He appeared, or yeah, I am gonna ask you to stop. Or I beg you to change. Agreed to talk to you. I'm going to ask you to stop right now. I literally climbed that building. Okay, so these are verbs that are followed by an infinitive. So here's the whole list. Okay, any question with this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then we have these ones that we've already seen, but anyways, we're gonna do one more example. That are the ones that are followed by gerund or infinitive with no change. I will begin read. I will begin reading. I hate to eat pizza. I hate the pizza. Like okay, so it's the same. So you could use either of those options, and it's the same. And it's with these 8 verbs. I'm sorry, these 10 verbs. Okay, any question with this?
No, it's okay.
Okay, and finally we're gonna see these examples. They use forget, remember, and stop. Okay, can you please read the forget? Let me explain this. I forgot to meet him. I didn't remember. I didn't meet him because I forgot to do it. Like, I forgot the meeting, right? So that's the thing. And I forgot meeting him is that I met that person, but I forgot the meeting, right? So it has a whole completely different meaning. So you forget in this case, like the whole action of meeting him, And here you forgot to go to the meeting. The first one, right? I don't know if it's clear that.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, then remember it. Okay, so she remembered to visit her grandmother is that she didn't forget to visit. That means that she remembered to go visit her. And she remembered visiting her grandmother. That's she had memories of this time. Okay, so basically when I said she remembered doing something, is that that person had memories of that. If I said I remembered going to China, I remembered going to China. That means that I had memories of me going to China or taking pictures or something like that.
Mhm.
But if I said I remember to go to China, that means that I didn't forget to go to China. Like I don't know, I could have promised or could have been in my bucket list, right?
Mhm.
So that's the difference. I don't know if there's any question.
No, it's clear.
And finally, stop. I stopped to call you. That means that I stopped something in order to call you, or I stopped to run. That means that I was probably, I don't know, eating, and then I stopped that in order to run. And I stopped calling you, that means that I stopped this activity. I stopped smoking. That means that I don't smoke any longer. If I said I stopped to smoke, that means that I stopped something in order to smoke. I'm still smoking, right? But if I
Mhm.
said I stopped smoking, that means that I don't smoke any longer, right? I'm healthy. So, is there any question with stop?
No, it's okay. It's pretty clear.
Okay, so that's the only ones that you're gonna use in this lesson. So let's finish here, and I'm gonna assign you the quizzes for you to do now. A1 and A2. It's gonna be for today. Till yes, 10. For me would be 10, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick poll and then I'm gonna leave you so that you can do the quiz, please.